Hey everybody, welcome to the Wrestling to the Wrestling. Welcome to the Wrestling Through the Years podcast. I'm the armchair QB Dizzle.
I'm Dutchy, and apparently we're having trouble on Facebook. Right? It's having trouble streaming on Facebook.
All right, well, can we focus on the live broadcast?
Sure.
Dutchy's here.
Yeah, I'm here. Clennis is not.
And the man that puts the E in eccentric, Eric's here.
What up? What up? On a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
It's a special one. We're here.
Going up
WrestleMania.
against Tuesday Night Titans.
WrestleMania Through the Years Part 2. Yes, we're the Tuesday Night Titans. I like that joke.
No, we're better than the Tuesday Night Titans. They suck.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we're here for a big episode, WrestleMania Through the Years, Part 2. We got through 1 through 8 last week, so we're going to just jump in rolling. Whenever Clinton can join us will be great, but we're going to speed by the zip of our pants, Doug.
All right.
You fat bastard. All right, here we go.
You outweigh me by 30.
He probably knows that we're on 9, 10, and
It
11.
only sticks out by 8 inches.
Fair enough.
All right. WrestleMania 9, the Toga Party.
The world's largest toga party, as they called it. This one was funny because you had a because to me, and we talked about this a few weeks ago when we did the golden era countdown. I really consider this the start of the golden era because there was a lot of guys that you would expect that that have been part of like the WrestleManias prior, and they weren't there. Duggan wasn't really on TV. He was still with the company, but not on TV. Boss Man had already left. Flair had already left. No Piper, no Jake. Warrior was gone. They were making Savage do commentary. You got Hogan back, but you paid the price for getting Hogan back. So to me, it was like they were kind of trying to usher in a new era until Hogan said, "That doesn't work for me, brother."
Yeah. That's definitely what they were trying to do here. The era of Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah. Giant Gonzalez and Yokozuna. Even though Yokozuna got over.
Here we go.
It's about damn time.
Heard that.
Good.
See money, everybody.
Yeah.
We're talking about the golden goose that is WrestleMania 9.
All right.
Big thoughts.
So WrestleMania 9.
In Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada, with 60.
I want to say this about WrestleMania 9. That I was not a big fan of the ending. I wasn't a big fan of Hogan inserting himself in there, winning the title over Yoko. I think that was just dumb. And totally ruined that right there. Just like ruined like a okay show at best.
So, and one of the big things that was also coming in, everybody remembers the black eye that Hogan had, right?
Yeah.
From the jet ski incident.
Well, he said it was a jet ski incident. Now,
I don't believe him.
well, Randy Savage was going around telling people that he punched Hogan in the face.
Yeah, but Randy hated him.
Yeah. So, if you listen to Randy, which a lot of people did back then, like if you ask Scott Steiner and ask Bret Hart, who hate Hulk Hogan, by the way, let's throw that out there.
Well,
they believe Randy.
Watching this, can you blame Bret Hart for hating Hulk Hogan? Like this is one of the.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, yes, Bret was going to lose the title to Yoko anyway.
Yeah, but that's different. Losing the title to Yoko and making Yoko look like a strong heel is a completely way. And by the way, we've never done it WrestleMania before, so it's kind of like groundbreaking.
Yeah.
So if they would have done that, it's like, okay, That's something. Yeah, the crowd doesn't go home happy. Maybe they don't need to this one time. Let's build up Yoko as this big fucking beast. He beat Bret Hart. But to squash that all in a second by having Hogan come out. And I don't blame Bret for hating it because that makes Bret look stupid. Because Bret's character had to be like, oh, go fight him. Go fight my battles for me. I can't do it. And it made Bret look like a pussy. So, that's one of the things Bret still bitches about. But universally known that ending is a bad ending. And when I said things that, because last week I would start each one off by saying what they're known for. That's what this one's known for. Yeah. This one's known for Hogan stealing the spotlight. And this is when Hulkamania was like far over. And it's like, dude, fuck off. Let them grow without you. I do like this, though, because this is the start of some really fucking good Bret Hart matches.
Yeah. Well, I think WrestleMania 8 was.
Oh, with Roddy, yeah.
Yeah.
But this was the first main event.
Yeah. And I think, like, with this WrestleMania, I mean, you had Tatanka and Shawn Michaels in a really strong opener. You had the Steiners and the Head Shrinkers in a really good match. I personally liked Razor Ramon and Bob Backlund because Bob Backlund got to say, hey, I finally got to be at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I think Lex Luger and Mr. Perfect sucked. Should have been good. Wasn't. Now, if you listen to Lex Luger, when he got in the ring, Perfect blanked out on the match. They lock up and Perfect goes, what are we going to do? And Luger's just like, Kurt, come on. Like, we had this whole thing planned out. Like, you're the veteran. I'm the newer guy. What are we going to do? I don't know. You got to come up with stuff. And the match just like fucking blew. So I don't know why Kurt did that. If Kurt was either like really messed up or if he's just like, I don't want to put this fucking, I got told I got to put this fucking guy over and I don't want to.
I believe the story he told. Sometimes we've all gone to work and just blanked out before.
Yeah.
It happens. And it happens to even Mr. Perfect, even though that's ironic. But
yeah,
it happens to everybody, even a legend like him. Everybody has a bad game. Everybody, like in sports, like shit goes wrong sometimes. And that's just the way it goes. And sometimes it's your fault. It's like, fuck. It's not really a huge mark when you've done so much good like he has. But that was one time he needed to make Luger look good. He got in there and he's like, what the fuck? And he just forgot. And it fucked up the match.
Yeah.
It sucks, though, because this could have stole the show.
Yeah.
But.
And.
Because nothing on here is really fucking worth a damn.
Yeah. And Undertaker and Giant Gonzalez, like.
When Doink and Crush is almost match of the night, you know you have an issue.
I remember, so personal story here. This is around the time when I was told I couldn't really watch wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
Because some piece of shit at school punched me. I punched him back, but the teacher only saw me hit him. It wasn't even a punch. I just pushed the kid. So I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling. Well, apparently because I had been so good, Mom and Dad ordered it. They ordered WrestleMania 9. And I had no idea what the hell had been going on up to that point, right?
Yeah. Go
from watching it religiously to, I have to wait until Mom and Dad are out of the house till I can turn it on.
Yeah.
If they're watching this for the first time and just finding out that I used to watch wrestling behind their backs, well, you should have known 30 years ago.
I would have said a couple of past several years ago when you first entered it.
They know.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Mom has claimed she's known for years. But luckily I used to get away with it because I would always watch it at our grandparents' house too, and they hated Dad, so it was easy to get away with it. So
WrestleMania 9, so you saw it with no context. I'm sure that was
correct.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was just like, and then when I saw Doink beat Crush, I'm like, wait a minute, the good guys are always supposed to win. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
She does not want us to do a
the
show.
main event comes down.
Alone all day.
What is the main event technically?
Hogan and Yoko.
Hogan and Yoko.
If you think about it, the main event is Hogan and Yoko. Now this one's a tricky one because the main event I am going to give bad. A thumbs down. I'm just going to say thumbs down. But Brett and Yoko had a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Their match wasn't a bad match. And even with the ending with the dust and everything, it was a pretty good heel finish. It was a good match. Like
I don't count the Hogan and Locos of WrestleMania. I count that as more like almost like how a sure match that was just there to correct a wrong that shouldn't have been there. Like I look at Brad and Joko's main event, then I would consider Hogan and Loco. If that makes sense.
So are you going to give it good?
I'll give
that
Brad and Yoko good.
Hogan just
You're going to thumbs up that main event. Because even if you factor, I mean, that's not fair. The last match is the main event. Yes, that was billed as the main event. But Hogan ends with the belt. You can't just ignore that.
That's like a Money in the Bank cash in. Would you believe? Would you say so? If in this case Hogan was a Money in the Bank winner, he cashes in on a winner. Are you gonna call that the main event, even though it wasn't scheduled?
No, but I'm factoring it in because it's what ends the show. I agree with you, but I can't give Yoko and Brett a thumbs up because it still ended with Hogan having the belt for virtually no reason.
Well,
that's a stupid ending.
If you listen to Bruce Pritchard, which Conrad, back when Conrad had balls, or at least when he could find them, Bruce said that one of the reasons why they gave Hulk the title is because they felt like it would be stronger. They would have a stronger viewing on the European tour with Hogan as champion. Now, again, Conrad, this is back when Conrad had balls, or he was still skinny enough to where he could find them. He looked it up and said, Bruce, like the European tour you guys went on, Hogan's not there. And he's just like, well, that was the reason we were given. And he's just like, Bruce, it's bullshit. And they argued about it. And it's just like, Bruce gave the reason that he was given for Hogan being champion. Whether or not they went through with it, that's Vince's fault. That's not Bruce's.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then, another thing they wanted to do Brett versus Hulk at SummerSlam.
That was a funny segment on their shit show, though. Yeah, but and Bruce will say that that wasn't in the plans. It was the plan to always put Yoko over, even though they shot that commercial where they're both tugging at the thing.
I have an old issue of the WWF magazine. I don't know if it's here, if it's still at Aunt Sharon's house, but there's an article in there hyping up a future confrontation between Bret Hart and Hulk Hogan.
It's a kayfabe magazine. That doesn't mean that was their actual plans. We watched WCW, some of our favorite shit. I mean, how many people did we think were going to fight Hogan that didn't, including Bret?
Well, yeah, Bret thought that. Well, if you ask Hulk had 10 matches with him. Hulk did an interview where he said, oh, yeah, I worked with Bret a bunch of times.
Yeah.
You didn't.
No. They had one match where they had Bret turn heel.
Yeah.
For no reason, because it's WCW. But talking about this is an awful pay-per-view, and it gets a thumbs down from me.
Me too.
Everything on here sucks.
Yep. Give it a bad.
We all agree?
Yeah, we all agree on that.
Bad or ass? Because I might even go ass for this one. I think I'm going to say it's trash or ass or whatever the bottom category is.
I'll say trash.
Oh, well.
Because this is probably in my bottom few.
Is it worse than one that we're coming up on? Not after this one?
No, WrestleMania 10 is awesome.
He's talking about WrestleMania
10, 11.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it.
That means he doesn't want to answer it right now, Eric.
Well, because we're going to talk about it in like 5 minutes. All right, next up, we have WrestleMania 10. which if WrestleMania 9 was a fuck you to Bret Hart, WrestleMania 10 really is making it up to him. And this is Bret Hart's WrestleMania MVP performance, where he's the show and it's based around him.
Again, not the original plan. And I think I've talked about it on this show before, but the original plan was the main event was supposed to be Lex Luger and Ludwig Borga.
Well, I'm glad they went with what they went with.
Well, then thank Rick Steiner for breaking Ludwig's ankle.
Thank you, Rick Steiner. Hey, baby.
So the plan was Undertaker and Yokozuna were working a casket match at the Royal Rumble. And Undertaker was going to, because Yoko's weight was getting out of control, and they were going to send him to Fat Camp. But Undertaker was having really bad back problems. So they were going to do 2 birds, 1 stone. And they were going to have Undertaker win the title so Yoko could go away for a while. And then about 3 weeks later, Undertaker was going to drop the title to Ludwig Borga, and it was going to be Lex and Ludwig at WrestleMania. Luger was going to win the Rumble. So the Monday before, Borga broke his ankle at Madison Square Garden in a match with Rick Steiner. So they're like, all right, well, so we got to come up with a backup plan. Well, Yoko decided, I'm not going to Fat Camp, and if you guys send me, I'm not going to lose any weight. Like
I'm going to gain weight, actually.
I'm not going. Like he put his hoof down, and he decided he wasn't going. Undertaker had to leave though because his back problems were getting really bad. So they were gonna do. So Yoko kept the belt, and Luger again was still supposed to win the Royal Rumble, but they had this angle planned with Owen and Bret, where Owen was going to kick Bret's ankle or leg from underneath him. So that's when Vince decided, you know what, we're going to have 2 winners. So they go through with that, and then that's when they're just like, you know, Luger's reactions were not getting any better. You know, fans were not gravitating to him. They were gravitating to Bret. So that's when Vince is just like, you know what, pal, we're going to have Bret go over. So they did. So Bret works that awesome match with Owen. Best match on the card. I like it better. I mean, I like the ladder match too, but because of the fact that Razor and Shawn decided to fuck 10 guys out of a WrestleMania payday by going too long, fuck them. I'm giving the best match of the night to Bret and Owen.
If there's any match to go long, though, that's the one. And I like Bret and Yoko, too.
Yeah, that was good, too. I wasn't a fan of the finish. I mean, I get it. He loses his balance. I mean, he's, 978 pounds or whatever the hell he was at the time. So it's like one of those things to where, like, yeah, he's going to lose his balance. But the fact that, like, Bret went over slowly for the cover and Yoko's just sitting up there like a turtle out of his shell or a turtle out of water, it's just like, okay, you should be able to get up at some point. Or like roll over. But yeah, no, for me, Bret and Owen was the best match on the card.
It's a really good
Speaking
match.
of that, I have a question for you guys. Is that the best opener to a WrestleMania ever?
It's up there for sure.
She answered
Probably
yes.
one of the most talked about ones.
For me, it would either be that or I would either that or I kind of liked or last year's night 2 opener with Io, Bianca, and Rhea.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
I mean, there's been a few good ones.
Okay. There's like one match on here that doesn't work. I think it's Savage and Crush. That really doesn't work.
Yep.
But the rest of the card is pretty fucking solid top to bottom. To me, the main event gets a giant thumbs up.
Oh yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna say this WrestleMania is great.
For a 10th anniversary, I would say it's great. Yeah.
In Madison Square
Yeah, I would say
Garden
great.
coming home. Which I wish they would have done that for 30 and just kept it going. Even though I liked seeing 40 in Lincoln, but still.
Yeah. I think the anniversary shows like the 10th to 20th. Every 10 years, it should have been back at the Garden. But they have to do these big stadium shows now.
Well,
Gotta get
40
more
was
people.
close. It was in Philadelphia.
So because now you got more people and you want more people to attend. Like don't get me wrong, the Garden was good for what it was good at the time, but now you need the stadiums because you go home more people in there compared to
But people also have to buy tickets.
yeah. But I think CM Punk let a fire than TKO.
Yeah, they let such a fire that they called Ram Trucks and be like, please sponsor this so we can't lower prices. Please.
I think they are going to start cutting prices down by the time SummerSlam gets down.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, they have to realize that their pricing model doesn't work. I get that they're trying to make money, and nobody should fault them for trying to make money. But you can't expect
hardworking Americans to pay this kind of price.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, like you have to realize that, like, because it's going to take a lot of gas to get there. All right. Gas prices have gone up. So it's just like, there's a lot of money that goes into this. And a lot of people, there's a lot of people out there that they liked the fair pricing at first. And, when Nick Khan did that interview with Logan Paul, where he basically, when they were asked, what about fans saying, that the ticket prices aren't fair? And he's like, oh, we don't listen to critics. Okay, well, you have to listen to these people because they're not going to buy your obviously, they didn't buy tickets to your show. You have an 80,000 seat building that's not even going to be half full. What are you going to do to fill out the other 40,000 seats? Buy a bunch of blow-up dolls and put them in there?
There's really only 40,000 tickets sold for Mania.
39,000 night 1, 41,000 night 2. That was
I
the
can't
last
imagine how much next year it's going to be.
No, the last count yesterday was 40,000 each. I had 40,000 for night 1, 41 for night 2.
Okay.
Wow.
So 1,000 people took advantage of that Ram truck bullshit.
Damn.
Ram, which is what Pat McAfee likes to do to Ari Emanuel's ass.
So did Eric and Clemens say this one was great too?
Yeah.
I want to say great, yes.
I'm going to agree as well.
I think an underrated one on here was Bam Bam and Luna versus Doink and Dink.
That was fun. Anytime Luna could get in the ring, it was fun.
All right, the famous WrestleMania 11.
Oh boy.
This one, I think it's most known for having LT in the main event. But 16,000 people at the Hartford Civic Center in Connecticut. The buy rate was 340,000. We start off with the Allied Powers versus the Blues Brothers.
When did Hartford move the hockey team? Does anybody know?
I don't fucking.
Not at the top of my head.
Because I was just going to say, I know that's what they usually use this building for, but they were just about, I think they were just about out of town when this happened, if I'm not mistaken, or I might be mistaken. It wouldn't be the first time. But anyway,
Yeah, I think this is most known for LT in the main event. The championship match with Diesel and Shawn. Bret Hart says it's the worst championship match ever at WrestleMania. I don't know if I would go that far because the Miz and Cena exists, but
and Hogan and Yoko,
there you go, and
Triple H and Orton at 25.
there you go.
I'm trying to come up with another one, just to interrupt you. But
Well, what about Danielson and Sheamus?
Huh?
oh, Bryan Danielson and Sheamus for the world title at what was that, 28?
Yeah, that was fun though. It was fast. Sometimes shit like that. Like, did they really need to have a fucking barn burner?
No,
So
I mean,
you were asking about the Quebec or Hartford?
Hartford.
They left in 1997.
All right, so
Went to Carolina.
all right, so they still had a couple of years there.
I didn't think Shawn and Diesel was that great. It was weird seeing a little dude be the heel and the big guy work from underneath.
The jackknife he used sucked.
Yeah, the finish was bad looking. And it made Shawn look like he got fucked. Like Shawn should have won. So I didn't love it. It wasn't the worst match I've ever seen, but I didn't.
I think WrestleMania 11 was my first WrestleMania I watched.
Well,
That makes sense with your taste. I'm just kidding. It's crazy that Razor Ramon and Jeff Jarrett was the best thing on this fucking thing.
it really was.
They worked their asses off.
Well, they had really good chemistry too.
I agree. I thought they did a good job. Undertaker and King Kong, not so much.
Oy.
King Kong Bundy needed to fuck off so hard by this time.
Yeah, especially because all he was doing was talking shit too. Oh, this era killed the business. The little guys being on top. My poops are bigger than these guys. Well, you poop a lot because you're fat.
You outweigh him by 30.
I am not 510 pounds. There.
Wait, he's 480.
Yeah, at one point he was.
He's a big old jelly bean, and he's one of my least favorite big men ever. This card, Blue, I like seeing Ice Spice out there. And LT's entrance was kind of cool, and the whole like Mongo, and it was fun seeing Mongo on WWF television.
Yeah.
But it was cool seeing the NFL guys
He
go.
almost signed with him.
Yeah, it was cool seeing the WWF guys go against the $1 million corporation. That was cool. I really enjoyed it.
And to think Mongo was like all the $1 million guys were or all the $1 million corporation guys were, they each had like a singular beef with the NFL guys, and fucking Mongo was picking his fight with Kama.
That would have been an interesting match.
But can we all be in agreement that at that time Nikolai Volkov should have been wearing pants?
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
Just like I wish you were right now.
Okay.
He's not.
Oh, flag with a play.
Yeah. But we did not need to see Nikolai Volkov's cottage cheese.
What do we give main event? Thumbs up.
What?
Well, the other thing I want to say, this is when Yoko looked really big, but it was fun seeing him and Owen win the tag titles.
Yeah.
That's a highlight of this. It was weird seeing a Bret Hart match that wasn't very good, which is him and Backlund. It was okay. It's not as bad as people, like he said, it's the worst match of his career. I don't quite agree with that.
No, I thought it was pretty good.
But it wasn't what he's had before or prior or after.
As far as Yoko goes, he leaves weighing 565. He comes back because he's going to go to fat camp. He comes back weighing 610. I'm going to go ahead and guess fat camp didn't work.
Yeah, I would agree with you.
Because you're supposed to lose weight when you're there. That's I guess what happens when you have the fat camp right down the street from a Burger King and a KFC.
And you're with Vader.
No, this was before Vader. Vader was still in WCW.
Oh,
They sent him. They sent him to the same camp the year after when they were sending both him and Yoko, and Yoko's just like, brother, I know where we can get some chicken.
LT and Bam Bam. I think that they actually kind of worked their asses off a little bit, and Bam Bam kind of knew this was his moment and was trying to like make it a serviceable main event. This does get shit on in the annals of time, and it's not considered one of the best main events ever, or even like a good one. I am gonna have to go thumbs down, just because so many other things could have taken this spot. But I do think it's better than people give it credit for. LT wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible. He's no Bad Bunny, but he was okay. And Bam Bam made him look pretty good. Ending with a shoulder tackle is weird, though.
Oh, the forearm off the top?
Yeah.
I actually liked it, so I'm going to thumb it up.
Stick that thumb up your butt.
Okay.
Clement?
I'm gonna give it a thumbs. I'll give it a thumbs down.
Well, I'll go fuck myself, guys.
Yeah, do it. All right, what do we think of this event as a whole? I'm going to say ass.
I'm going to say ass.
I'm going to agree and say ass.
Yes.
All right. On to Doug's favorite main event of all of WrestleMania 12. We're here in Anaheim, California at the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. 18,000 strong, almost 19,000, with a buy rate of $290,000 in North America.
And we had NyQuil as a main event.
I thought you loved this one.
Sucked.
Sean and Brett.
Here's the thing. I have no problem with a 60-minute Iron Man match, but there should have been a couple falls in between.
But it fucking built up the tension for the sudden death.
Yeah, I don't. It was boring.
Eric loves
I thought
it.
the story was great. I understand there should be more falls, and I agree with that. But the story itself, I thought was.
Well, Eric's
great.
more of an old school wrestling fan.
I'm biased, so
He appreciates the territories.
I'm gonna lick you. I'm gonna go into my inner bushwhacker.
Eric's more of a technical wrestling fan than you are.
All right, let me grab the nips.
You're a Ryback fan. You grab anything on me, that wall you're next to is going to have a big human-sized hole in it.
Money's coming out of your pocket.
I don't give a fuck. It's money well spent.
To put me through a wall?
Yes, I'd spend $100,000 to put you through a fucking wall. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. So you don't. So we're going to start right up by you giving this a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Clenneth?
See, I'll give it a thumbs up.
Well, you like to fall asleep.
What?
You've done
No,
it on the show.
I did not fall asleep. When I'm drawing back my time and rewatching this whole thing, it was on the original network. I did not fall asleep. I actually look forward to this match.
They do have great chemistry. It's not one of the best main events of all time. I don't think I can quite thumb it down, but I'm gonna thumb it up a little bit, but not super high. Because it does get a little like you go like,
So you have thumbs up 45 degrees.
yeah, I'm like that.
The Orange Cassidy thumbs up.
Yeah. So it's a good main event. It's not great. Now the rest of the card here, and we're at what, 95?
96.
96 for God's sakes. We got the fucking Huckster
the
versus the
Undertaker
Nacho
versus
Man.
Diesel.
I liked Undertaker versus Diesel, and I liked the match with Roddy Piper and Goldust in that backlot brawl.
Stone Cold and Savio was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Also,
The opening 6-man was okay.
Roddy and Goldust, obviously. I think that's what this is most known for, is that and the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about. I was like, this. I knew it was getting close to that Goldust Piper parking lot brawl.
I wonder if Bret Hart just ever sits and watches the Hunter Ultimate Warrior match over and over and over again just to see Triple H get squashed.
And by the way, Bret didn't even like Warrior at the time either.
I'm sure him, like RVD, like a couple different people are just in a room, like watching him lose to Warrior over and over.
Getting high and jerking each other off.
Jesus.
You never know.
It's fun seeing him lose, though,
Yeah.
in such, fast fashion. And apparently they had a bunch of shit, and then they got onto the ring, and Warrior's like, no, I'm going to squash you.
Yeah, like they had planned to go a few more minutes, and Warrior's just like, nah, it's my return. I'm winning in a squash.
And what was he was going he was doing some weird shit.
I don't know what the hell that was. Maybe he's pretending like he's milking a cow.
He had the distrucity. Yeah, I'm going to overall say that this card is just okay since we made that a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
not-
take this.
It's not that great. It's not even
It was
good.
a
I
one
think
match.
it's okay.
One match card, if you could say.
To me, it's a one brawl card because Goldust and Piper is entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, and then to me, once you get to the Iron Man match, you already know the card is over because you got 60 minutes and that's it. Plus overtime.
And Goldust was wearing your usual attire.
I bought that for Eric.
Oh, God.
So what'd you say, Clint? It's good, okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I like how Eric just ignored that, and I don't blame him.
It's fucking hot in here.
I know.
Now, one of my favorites.
I'm about to get naked.
No, you're not. WrestleMania 13, pal.
Yeah.
Threw a real punch.
I like this WrestleMania, to tell you the truth.
Oh, to me, it's one of the best ones so far.
Yeah. There was some good. Obviously, it's known for Sean versus, or not Sean. Fuck him. It's known for
He's not
Bret.
even at this one. Well, he is. But
Yeah, it's known for Bret versus Austin, but you had a really good tag team title match. You had Triple H and Goldust, which was pretty good. Undertaker and Sid wasn't as bad as people said it was.
I like the Chicago street fight. I didn't think that sucked that bad. Having Ahmed Johnson in it.
I mean, the card as a whole, like, there was a lot of good. I mean, there was a little bad, but not like too much of it.
18,000 in the Rosemont Horizon in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is known for Austin and Bret Hart. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen that match, that's one you have to go back and watch. It's almost
We demand it.
it's one of the perfect wrestling matches. It really is. It's so fucking good. And the psychology and it, just the way that makes you appreciate the art of pro wrestling.
And if you don't go back and watch it, we're going to coat Eric and Crystal.
That match made me an awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's why I'm an Austin fan to this day, because of that match.
Taker and Sid, thumbs up or down?
Thumbs up.
You guys are going up?
I'm
going up. Yes, I'm going up.
I do think Austin and Bret should have been the main event, though.
Oh, yeah, no. I agree with that, but it should have been for the main event. And it probably should have been for the title.
Yeah.
I mean, keep the belt on Bret up until WrestleMania. There's no harm in that.
How about Rock and Rikishi as Rocky Maivia and the Sultan going
That was funny to watch.
It's like watching an alternate reality.
Yeah. And then, like, the big brawl afterwards is Iron Sheik and Rocky Johnson.
This does, if you're going to put a time frame on it, this one feels like the start of the Attitude Era. If you're going to do it by WrestleManias.
Yeah.
Because it feels way more like the start of a new era than the last one did.
This is the start of the Austin era right here.
All right. Good, badass, great. What do we
Good.
say? I go great. I think this is a great WrestleMania.
I'm going to say great too.
Clenneth?
It was a good one. Actually, this is my first one I watched live.
Hell yeah. So you think it's great?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was hype behind the Austin, Shawn Michaels, Austin era.
What did Doug say? Good or great?
Yeah, I said good.
That's not great to you?
You take out the Chicago street fight, it's good.
All right. WrestleMania 14, baby.
Man,
Michaels and Austin. March 29th, 98, Boston, Massachusetts at the Fleet Center. 19,000 strong. We're in the Attitude Era at this point.
Oh yeah.
Is Russo writing yet?
Yes. Russo's writing. So obviously there's a lot of things that this WrestleMania is known for. One of the big things obviously is Austin and Michaels, and the story being is that Shawn was actually telling people that he wasn't sure if he was in the mood to drop the title to Austin. He's like, well, I got to think about it and let you know. So Undertaker taped up his fists. Now, like they did like the walkthrough shots at the time. So after they do the walkthrough shots and Shawn and Hunter and Chyna go through the curtain, Undertaker sits down next to Bruce and Gorilla, taping up his fists because he went up to Shawn beforehand and said, "You're going to do the right thing tonight, right?" And Shawn looked at him and said, "Oh, I'm still not sure. Like, we'll see." He goes, "All right, well, let me tell you this. If you don't do the right thing, I'm going to be waiting in Gorilla and I'm going to beat the shit out of you." Okay, I'm going to do the right thing tonight. So Undertaker sat there until the very end to make sure that Shawn put over Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I know Stone Cold doesn't like the match that much because Shawn was hurt. I thought it was a pretty good match.
I thought, even though Shawn was hurt, he still put forth like one hell of an effort.
Yeah. He was still bumping for him and shit.
Yeah.
And landing on his back when it probably hurt really bad.
Yeah.
And Tyson was the perfect attraction. This was the shit. Yo.
it was a fun match too.
Very fun match.
It was super fucking fun. And this whole WrestleMania, I think it's known for this, and I think it's also known for Undertaker and Kane.
And the dumpster match.
And the dumpster.
The dumpster match was fun.
And it's crazy we said all those things. That's not my favorite thing on the show, any of those things. I love The Rock and Shamrock.
I thought you were going to say
Like, can't speak about Shamrock and Rock.
First of all, Taka and Águila was like an underrated great match in its own right.
Yeah.
That match fucks. And it's like their version of the cruiser. That was the only time that felt like a cruiserweight division, like is that night.
Right.
But Rock and Shamrock was some of the best shit. Everybody played their character perfectly. Rock was a piece of shit heel, and Shamrock he ended up fucking him over by taking the referees out, you know?
Right.
I love that finish of fucking up the referees and shit and making them reverse the decision.
Yeah, it was fun. It was funny, or like it was a pretty cool thing to do because like they were still like teasing the breakup of the nation.
Yeah.
And then we got to see Sable actually like get in the ring and wrestle.
Well, that wasn't good.
I mean, I felt like she could work with Luna.
Goldust and Luna were working their ass off to make those two not look shitty.
I thought they did a good job.
It was better than Triple H and Owen.
Well, that's because, Triple H and Shawn Michaels made it their life's mission to fuck Owen Hart in the ass.
It is an underrated underrated WrestleMania.
It really is. Because if you figure, okay, it went up in buy rates. Obviously, them getting Mike Tyson helped.
Yep.
And I'll never forget, Kevin Nash said this the very next night on Nitro. Kevin Nash said that Kevin Sullivan went up to him and said, "Brother, you better check the temperature of the water because the iceberg just hit." And then basically meaning that because WrestleMania was so successful, WCW was fucked.
Yeah.
So
this was
is
kind of the
between
mark of
13
like,
and
oh
15.
shit, they're coming.
yeah,
This was kind of the stamp, like, oh god,
In
they're
between
gonna be
the Austin Brett
take
and
over.
Austin Rock one. So
I don't know what you just said. What'd you say?
that's why I say it's underrated, because it's in between the two other good WrestleManias that are more talked about in 13 and 15.
Well, no, this is better than WrestleMania 15. Whether you're a fan of the Attitude Era, and trust me, I like 98 a lot better than 97, but I'll take any of these matches over fucking Boss Man getting hung from the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It's a way better Undertaker match on this card.
yeah.
I love that. That was a classic moment. One of my favorite moments.
It's one of the biggest fucking abortions ever. It's the worst shit. It's known as some of the stupidest shit. They hung a man. And it was a cop. They killed a cop on live television.
Yeah, they killed a cop. I told you. But they lowered the cell, they cut him down, and we got on the cell.
Okay. The main event, I'm going to give a thumbs up.
Me as well.
Because they made the right decision. And the whole card, I'm going to go great. I think this is a really good WrestleMania.
I'm going to agree. I'll say great as well.
I'm gonna agree. Great.
Yeah, so I agree with that. It was a great WrestleMania.
All right, on to 15. 20,000 at the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, baby.
Yep.
It's the Xfinity Mobile now, if anyone was wondering.
15
Were you
years
at this,
before Philadelphia
Connor?
fans ruined an event.
Glenn, where you at this WrestleMania?
Yeah. So this is why I like you so much.
Oh, so you went to this one?
That's a pretty good resume. You went to this and 40. Those are two good ones to go to.
This is why it's like. This is why I hold this one close to my heart. All right?
You got to see Butterbean live.
Yes.
I thought this was good Attitude Era storytelling, but nothing on here really impressed me. I thought Shane and X-Pac was a fun match.
Yeah, because you told the story of Triple H, basically killing his own group.
Yeah. That story throughout the show I liked, and the triple threat opener is pretty good. And God bless Hardcore Holly.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed
Well, this is when like the Outlaws was like they feeling more like competitors anyway, right?
yeah. The main event, Rock and Austin's my favorite feud of all time. So I love the main event's getting a huge thumbs up from me. Even though I do think this is the weakest out of the three WrestleMania matches, I still
I agree with that.
I do still enjoy this one a lot. And they have great chemistry. They always have.
Yeah. Definitely.
Well,
Definitely some.
this was the makeup for Austin. This WrestleMania right here.
Yeah. You knew Austin was going to win.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Any other thoughts on the show?
I really enjoyed I did enjoy the triple threat opener. I thought Big Show headbutting Vince was kind of good. And then like when Vince came out and said, I'm going to referee the main event because Mankind's still at the hospital. And Shawn Michaels comes out and says, no, you're not.
That was good shit. All right, good, great ass. What do we think?
I'm gonna say good.
I won't say
I'm gonna
great.
say good too.
I'm gonna go good. Sable, worst thing on the show for sure. When you talked about getting to see her wrestle, it was all right the last year. This one was fucking bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, well, because she got progressively worse. Because at that time, all she really was like
Eye candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was one of the most viewed things on the show.
Right. Which
Other
is
than
why
Steve
they
Austin.
gave her, why they gave her such a big spot is because, people were tuning in because they needed something to masturbate to. I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I'm grabbing you.
Not. What did Clemens give it? I didn't hear him.
Clinton?
You said great.
Off my armrest. All right. WrestleMania 2000. WrestleMania 16, technically.
Yeah.
This one's in Anaheim, California at Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim. Now it's the Honda Center. We have 19,000 folks in attendance. This is probably one of WWE's hottest years, too.
It really is. The issue is having, every match on there except for the two women who did not know how to work unless it was a bedpost.
Who, Terry and Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
every match is a multi-man match.
Yeah.
And that's when you talk about things that each one's known for, that's what this one's known for.
yeah. Now, some of them hit. Like,
Yeah, the ladder match.
The triangle ladder match hit. I enjoyed the two fall triple threat match. I thought that was good.
Oh yeah.
I've got a soft spot in my heart for the hardcore battle royal. I thought that was good. You did not need TNA versus Al Snow and Steve Blackman.
Cheesehead.
Because you didn't nobody knew who the babyface and who the heel was.
Well, you did not know that those two big Oompa were not heels and not baby faces.
No, because because usually throughout the match, it's okay, the heels are the ones getting the heat. And getting the heat, having the advantage in the middle of the match. But when you're switching the advantage every 30 seconds.
Well, that's because you get the heels, one of the hottest managers out there, Trish Stratus. She's eye candy. Of course, everybody's gonna love them. Not because of the heels, because they got Trish Stratus on the side.
Yeah.
She did the adverse for them because she made nobody give a fuck about Tess and Albert.
Yeah, they didn't care about them. They cared more about her.
She was so fucking hot.
I'll tell you a match that would have been better. Kane and Rikishi taking on X-Pac and Road Dogg, but a few days earlier on SmackDown, Kane broke his hand because in a match against the Dudleys. So that's why that match was so short, because Kane was working it with a broken hand. But then afterwards, Pete Rose getting the stink face from Rikishi.
That was funny as fuck. What about China and Too Cool against the Radicals?
I actually enjoyed that.
That was pretty cool. Like you said,
China's breast implant exploded at that show.
Okay.
She wrote about it in her book.
Well, Nikki Bella can relate, huh? Is she wrestling?
She hasn't said otherwise. They're not moving forward with Asuka and Io Sky. So,
well, we still have Friday.
Yeah. Is that when we're going to give the final? Because we still have yet to put in a prediction for the 6-man.
We'll do it at the end of the show.
Okay.
because I have notes for it.
Okay.
We haven't talked about the main event yet, but this one, it's known for having all the multi-man matches. It's also known for fumbling Rock and Triple H because everybody knows that was the match. It was always the match. Top heel, top baby face of the year. That's what you do. You rarely get that perfect storm for WrestleMania where you have one of the greatest heels and then the top baby face.
Well,
You're lucky to get put in that situation. And they had that situation on a silver platter, and they gave us Big Show and a retired Mick Foley who just retired at Royal Rumble.
No way out. No way out.
No way out. Okay. That's even
thank
worse.
you for doing it because my nipples would have been grabbed again if I would have corrected them. You know I'm not lying. You just saw him do it.
Well, you threatened to grab mine first. It was self-defense.
Maybe you guys should start doing the show in different rooms.
I'd like to go to different houses.
Then I'd have to spend $600 on a laptop, and I'm too fucking cheap.
Yeah. I'd rather stinge off my shit and bitch about me.
Yeah, exactly.
Triple H and Rock was always the match. It
Yeah.
was always the fucking match. The fact that it was right there, and yes, I understand, and a McMahon in every corner, there was no need for that shit to gimmick that up and make that about that. Like, the family has always been a fun dynamic, and they are entertaining on the show. That wasn't needed for a predictable Vince McMahon heel turn. Well, we didn't need that. Give me Triple H and The Rock, and let's fucking do this right. And it's proven because the Backlash match is fucking awesome. Like you do the same match, but at WrestleMania, and there you go. That's all you need to do. That it sucks for The Rock that because the booking, when you look back, you have rose-colored glasses for everything, but then you look back and you're like, oh, the booking always blew because that was The Rock's year, 2000, and when Austin's out, someone's got to take the ball and roll with it. It was Rock, and Rock was the year 2000 for them. He had a great 99, he had a great 98, but by 2000, he had that combination, and he was their babyface. And he won the Royal Rumble, even though technically he didn't, but still, he won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so that's where I think when everything went downhill when it came to the main event. It's a Royal Rumble. That botch at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, maybe that's his fuck up.
It happened. It ruined the WrestleMania main event. Because
I don't think it needed to, though. How much shit do we see go wrong that they just ignore? They didn't need to make that into a storyline to get Big Show in the match. There was no need for any of that.
Well,
They
it's
could
not
just
even
ignore
Big
it and
Show.
go, "Okay, Rock won."
I like how they curved it and said, okay, fine. You got your proof. Let's do your match at No Way Out. You get The Rock to win, and then you go on to WrestleMania.
That's all
That's
you
what they
need
should
to
have
do.
done. But no, they allowed
was
Big
too
Show to
good.
win the match.
They made it complicated for no reason when they had a great match on their hands. And it gets proven at Backlash. Like that was, and Triple H still says it's one of his biggest regrets to this day. Triple H still says, I don't know why we didn't go with that.
Well, rumor has it it's because Stone Cold Steve Austin wasn't ready to come back yet.
Yeah, to help The Rock. But that didn't need to happen.
Right. It didn't need to happen, but it just goes to show that they felt like they needed Austin. And it's just like, okay, Rock was there. He was over. He was huge. But you still had Triple H, who was still listening to Shawn Michaels, even though at this point we know Shawn Michaels was a drug-using dipshit. And he refused to believe that Rock could get over on his own.
Yeah, but he could, and this was the one time that he kind of did, because Rock has always been spotty as a babyface. Sometimes he's like an icon that everybody loves, and sometimes they want to boo the shit out of him. He was kind of the OG Cena with that.
Yeah.
So, but this was the time that everybody loved him. So just give me him and Triple H and have him beat him, or have Vince still turn on him and do that shit, but just make it a one-on-one match. There was no need for a retired Mick Foley, especially because he looked like he didn't give a fuck in that one. And that was one where the sweatpants and shit, it really looked like he was just being lazy. I didn't like the outfit for that.
No.
at all. Like I like the flannel, and I don't mind him wearing the sweatpants with the flannel. But for some reason, that WrestleMania main event, it was like me and my jammies in the morning just going at it, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? It's WrestleMania. And Big Show was, Big Show, and he wasn't that great yet.
Big Slow.
He was in the period of he was good in WCW, trash in WWE for a little bit, and then he got good. And everyone tries to act like he was shit in WCW, and WWE made him good, and that's not what happened.
Not at all.
He was younger, more agile, and could do some crazy shit, and was a part of some really good shit in WCW.
Now, yes, in '98 he did gain a lot of weight.
Yeah,
but that's what happens when you have good catering.
But I like the Luger Bash match, even though that a lot of people talk shit about that. That was at the Great American Bash, right?
Yeah, Great American Bash '96.
I like that match.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good main event.
Yeah. I mean, Big Show didn't start getting bad or like really out of control, out of shape until 1998.
Yeah.
Because that's when, he started coming to the ring. He was smoking the cigarettes and all that. And you could tell he really did not care how big he got.
Yeah.
But also, too, he was also starting to get very miserable.
Yeah. All right. Main event, I'm giving a fat thumbs down.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
too.
I enjoyed it as a kid, though.
Garbage. I hate it. It was garbage.
Garbage.
I'm gonna admit, kind of like this.
No, up or down.
Not all the way some down, not all the way comes up.
There's no thumbs mid. No.
There's no thumbs in the middle. Either put the fucking thing down or put the fucking thing up.
No, you don't even put it up. You should cut off.
Like this.
Cut it off.
No, you put it up. You should get cut off. Just thumbs down. All the way.
I think this is I don't think it's ass, but I think this is a bad WrestleMania. There are some highlights, like Doug said. Angle, Benoit, and Jericho is a treat. And the ladder match is a treat. But the ladder match is also a prelude to better shit to come.
I'm gonna say it's a okay WrestleMania because there is a lot of stuff to like. Like, I love the fact that Tim White fucked up the finish of the Hardcore Battle Royal, and then later on he's refereeing the two fall triple threat match, and he's counting Kurt Angle's shoulders down when Kurt Angle's shoulders are like rolled to the side, and you have Jim Ross go, his shoulders are up, ref, and then JR pointed out, oh, he's the one that counted the fall in a Hardcore Battle Royal, and that's when Jerry Lawler goes, yeah, they need to start calling him Dim White. I always like that line.
That is funny.
Yeah.
See, I
I'm
think
gonna agree with Doug. Okay.
undercard saved this WrestleMania from. Tell you the truth, I think it's okay WrestleMania, but the undercard really saved it, or it would have been a trash one.
Cat and fucking Terry's feud lasted for a long time.
I think the last
Like, they had a SummerSlam match after this, right?
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, and the fact that, like, at one point Al Snow and Perry Saturn became like focal points of
Yeah. But this one's, it's all right that it just gets an okay or a bad or whatever. Because what comes up next is considered one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. We have WrestleMania 27. No, I'm just kidding. We have WrestleMania 17 with 67,925 people in attendance in Houston, Texas at the damn Astrodome. The buy rate was 1 million, and the tagline's Houston, we have a fucking problem. And this is Rockin' Austin 2. Now Rockin' 98, when they 98, right? No, or 99.
99.
Rockin' 99 getting over and becoming a big deal, but not the big deal that he is in 2001. So now it's like icon versus icon, kind of. Now it's like a big deal. Now it's, even though that's the tagline for the next one, but now it's like, this is what this is most known for. This is known for being one of the best WrestleManias. Like, you either like this or 3. There was that argument for a long time.
Yeah, and then you have putzes like me who say, "Oh no, 8's the best WrestleMania of all time," and then I get poop thrown at me.
Yeah. A lot of people like 3
And
and
this is
5.
right after they bought WCW.
Yeah. So WCW is not like a thing anymore.
No, they were in attendance, like Shane O'Mac said. Fucking Sean Stasiak was up there.
Biggest star in the company
The
at
st-
that time.
the stars.
It's one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time.
Oh, dude, I grew up on this shit,
Definitely
and I
really
love
fun.
because I was a Rock guy. Doug was an Austin guy, and I always wanted Rock to like fucking beat him at WrestleMania. Like that was the streak for me. By the time you get to WrestleMania 19, it was like, can he do it? Can he get it done? Because this was babyface versus the buildup, and that's the thing about this main event. It's a great main event, and we're going to talk about the finish that we've talked about a million times on the fucking program before. And we can rehash all that because I think Kenneth likes it, right?
No.
You don't like the heel turn.
I liked it too.
You like the Austin heel turn?
I never liked it.
I did.
Okay.
I'm the one who liked it.
Well, there you go.
Well, that makes more sense.
But the build-up, this match was very good. The build-up makes this fucking thing. Because they had the My Way music video.
Yeah.
They had the face-off with JR in between when Austin's like, Rock, I need to beat you, which kind of like gives a foreshadowing to the heel turn. Everything about this build-up and the match lives up to wrestling. This is like one of the best promotion WrestleMania main events ever. And they lived up to the hype. It didn't need the twist at the end, but it's fun for what it is. Even though, like, Stone Cold could have stabbed him in the dick and he would never get booed there.
Not in Houston.
He was not going to get booed.
Not
in
in
Denver.
Houston.
Even shaking it. And JR was a great guy. He shook hands with the devil. He did a deal with the devil. Hey, but one of my favorite main events of all time. We're talking about WrestleMania 17, my friend.
Yep, WrestleMania 17 is where we're on right now.
One of the greatest of all time, people say. But that's just the main event right there. That's Rockin' Austin. Rockin' Austin. Rockin' Austin.
5 things that I really enjoyed about this WrestleMania. Obviously, the main event, because I really did like the main event.
Yes. I think there's one dud on here as a whole.
I enjoyed Shane and Vince. I thought that was a really good match.
That's what, yeah.
Kane, Big Show, and Raven. Okay, that is underrated as all hell.
The best hardcore championship match to ever happen.
Yeah. Undertaker and Triple H, I thought told a really good story.
It was good. Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying so far.
And it is a toss up. Yeah, exactly. The whole card was stacked. Only one bad match, in my opinion. And you said the same thing.
I think we have different ones, though.
Well, what's yours?
Because personally, I like China and Ivory, and I thought it told a good story with the neck and everything. Even I know they like China was the
That's
shit.
not it.
Eddie and Test.
That would be the
Okay,
one I
so-
was going to. Yeah, so you and I are in the same.
It's crazy that Eddie Guerrero has the worst match on a WrestleMania.
Well, because there was no heat. It's like, okay, it was a rematch from a few weeks ago on SmackDown.
More of Raven, 100%.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you.
He had one of the best matches though on the card, or one of the more underrated matches. And TLC 2 and the gimmick battle royal kind of tie it for me because I enjoyed seeing all the gimmicks.
Well, and this is not in
I love TLC too.
of course. But
Which of course. I mean,
of course, it's great.
TLC at
He wasn't
SummerSlam.
making fun of you.
No.
He was agreeing.
I
with
mean,
you.
yeah, I completely agree. It's so fucking good. It's way better than the ladder match the year before. The ladder match paved the way, but TLC knocked it out of the park.
This elevated it.
I'm a fan of TLC 2. That's my favorite one of all time.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam. But this killed it. This killed it. But to stay on Raven, I would have loved to see more of him. I completely agree. And in a main event role like he was in ECW. But his hardcore shit was pretty cool. And this was probably the best thing he ever did in WWE was this match.
You could tell, though, they were starting to lose faith in him because he has a really good hardcore match against Kane and Big Show, and he loses the title, obviously. And then a week later on Sunday Night Heat, they have him job to Haku.
Well, Haku's a badass.
Yeah, but they weren't pushing him at the time.
But he had the cool afro.
Well, it was a cool fro.
Yeah, Angle and Benoit's great. The 6-man was fun. It's fun enough. Jericho and Regal's a great opener with a storyline based around peeing in a cup of coffee is all you need, and that's wrestling. That's wrestling at its best. From what I heard, Vince didn't like him. Apparently, he would pester Vince with the ideas nonstop. I heard that in someone's shit. Yeah, I heard Raven was pretty, very fucking focused on his character and wanting to keep pitching ideas and shit. But
by the way, that's not bad in theory.
No, it's not. And they like when you pitch ideas if they want you to be the guy. But Vince never saw that in Raven. No one did but Paul Heyman. And he was the only booker of the 3 that had him that knew what to do with him. Because Bischoff didn't see it. Vince didn't see it. Paul Heyman needed to be there he was with the company at the time.
But he was doing the announcing. He had no authority whatsoever.
So Raven did get a raw deal because some of the best character work and one of the coolest, like him and fucking what's her name? Kimona, I want to bang you.
Yeah,
that's her name, right?
Kimona, I want to lay you.
But so I like the one picture like I've seen like online that's like everywhere of him in the like ring in the corner like with Kimona next to him. It's like the epitome of badass, cool as fuck. But WrestleMania 17 is obviously one of the best of all time. I am one of those new generation, well, not new generation, obviously, but I go 40 over this now because Cody had a better finish.
Right.
Now, I think there might have been more like 2 bad matches on 40 because there's 2 nights compared to like 1 bad match here. Because Jay and Jimmy was bad, and what else? Oh, the Karrion Kross shit was stupid, right?
Yeah.
No offense to
Killer. Was better than night 1.
Well, that's you're only saying that because that's the night you guys went to.
No, all right. So I don't think the night is because here's what I like about WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40 was a complete story. Like night 1 tied into night 2.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. Compared to how WrestleMania is now, you got 1, 2. This one actually told a story that you had to watch night 1 to understand what's going to happen in night 2.
Especially the main event.
Yeah. And I also think what happened is the fact that you're doing a WrestleMania in Philadelphia at the beginning of April. Now, here we are. We're in the middle of April now, and it's going to be 92 degrees tomorrow. So everybody's going to be going to work in their underwear. Maybe. I know I'm contemplating it. So
he wore a toupee today.
Yeah. And I regretted it because it was way too fucking hot. But
toupees?
Yeah, he wore a wig to work today. It was fantastic.
I wore an Ace Ventura wig.
One of my favorite times entering the building.
Okay.
This time last week it was cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's finally getting hot, but it's too hot.
Yeah, and now on Sunday it's going to drop back down to 60 degrees. So, but the point is that like you're doing a WrestleMania in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
You got a 40-degree day on night 1. And people, when it's cold out, unless you are in a city that, watching like a sports team, a cold weather team, like a Buffalo Bills or a Chicago Bears or Philadelphia Eagles or whatever, for a cold weather football game, you're going to bitch and moan and complain about being out in the cold.
Yeah.
And that's what people were doing. So people could not enjoy WrestleMania because they were freezing their fucking asses off. but night 2 was like 15 degrees higher, so everybody can enjoy it more.
Yeah, and there was magic in the building that night.
Yeah, because
Eric was there.
I was going to say because Kenneth was there.
Well, you're always kissing Clinton's ass. I wanted to give Eric some
Yeah,
appreciation.
you saw me in the crowd, right? You saw me in the crowd.
Yeah, it's insane.
I have to go back.
This
and watch
one-
it. I don't know. I don't remember seeing you in the crowd.
It was the main event. It was the main event. The spot with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns right to the table.
You didn't see him next to Paul when Paul was screaming no. Clinton was like, "Yes." And Paul was like, "No, no." That's my favorite part of that.
And
match.
Kenneth's going, yes, yes.
The main event, heel turn aside, gets a giant thumbs up from me.
Oh, 100%.
You can say what you want about that. It still works. And with Rock not going down with the chair shots, it made him look tough too. I enjoy
He
it.
kicked out like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, at one point it's like, all right, is he going to go down? But I absolutely loved it. So it still gets a thumbs up from me.
I remember watching.
It's that fact right there. It's a fact that you have. He does that, and he doesn't stay down. It's not with a stunner. It's with those wild chair shots that ruined it.
Now, I'll say this. I remember having one of Austin's DVDs, and like we were watching a match that was on there. I was watching it with our grandfather, and we had seen this match multiple times, right? Or at least I have. I don't think Grandpa remembered it. So when Rock kept kicking out, Grandpa started getting excited. He's like, "Oh my God, he's kicking out! He's kicking out!" And then at one point, he's just like, "He better quit kicking out. I gotta pee." And I was just like, "You know what happens in this match, right?" He goes, "If you spoil the match for me, I'm kicking you out of the house." Okay, no problem.
Like it happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, because it was a 2011 DVD release. I'm like, this is 10 years ago. For Christ's sake.
Great WrestleMania, obviously. One of the greatest.
Oh, absolutely. I think we can all agree.
You
that
can't
it's
go
great.
Definitely great.
Yes.
Now, Clint nonchalantly brought up going to 15, but we know how Doug's going to react to this next one because every time it gets brought up, it's, I was there. WrestleMania 18.
I was there.
WrestleMania 18.
Toronto.
At the Sky Dome in Ontario, Canada. Icon versus Icon. This thing is most known for Rock and Hogan. We have 68,237. Doug made up that number. And 860,000 were watching at home. This one is interesting.
You were there with Kenny, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Because we really didn't talk about it with WrestleMania 17, but that WrestleMania is the end of the Attitude Era, pretty much. If you're gonna go, if we're judging it by wrestling, I'm working my way through the new generation between 93 and 94, and it's tough going. Oh yeah,
We feel your pain.
yeah. God bless. There is some good. As soon as you get to Brett's match, you'll be all right.
I felt that pain. Those first 3 years. 3 years. 93 to like 90, middle of 95. That was tough to watch.
But you got to admit, it's such a good binge because it makes you realize how fucking good the Attitude Era is once you get there.
I think that's what kept me going because I was like, oh my God.
I'm going to get to the good stuff. I'm going to get to the good stuff. I'm going to get to the crap.
Yeah. Like once Brett starts like cutting heel promos and shit, it's like, all right, we're getting.
Well, I think it was safe to help. It was Raw was only an hour. So I was like, all right, I can watch an hour all. It's when Raw became.
I miss when Raw was only an hour.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, they have my big ass up fucking sleepy as hell at work the next day.
There's no wrestling show that's an hour anymore.
Actually, WCW during this era was great. Early 90s, I mean. You just made a friend, Doug.
I think this guy and I might have to start doing a show.
the WCW.
WCW 91 to 92 was actually one of my well, I like all wrestling between like 90 and 92, but I actually did enjoy WCW around that time as well.
I love some shit like Sting's great. Rick Rude's great.
Dangerous Alliance, Rick Rude.
Vader's there by then, right?
Yeah.
He's great.
See, I have a show idea we can do, and I think you might like though. So,
all right, let's hear it, Clint.
I'm thinking after this whole WrestleMania, we do more like a WrestleMania what if type of thing. I saw a guy on TikTok compare what champion going into WrestleMania of WWE versus a WCW champion going to that year's WrestleMania. We fantasize booking it each year.
Oh, so like the champions of WWE going up against the champions of WCW?
Yeah. Like the WCW champion versus the WWE champion, WrestleMania, and then we can fantasize book it a WCW big Starrcade or whatnot.
Yeah.
The first 5 years is going to be Hogan Flair, though. The first 4.
I know what he's talking about because I've seen the same video, but I saw it on Facebook.
That sounds cool as fuck, though. I'm down to do that.
Yeah. And then we can throw in like a couple of we could do like the WCW tag champions versus the WWF tag champions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, WrestleMania.
Kenneth, this is why we keep you.
Imagine if Rick Rude had kept wrestling through the late 90s. It would have been great. He was really at his peak when he got that injury. You're not lying. He got fucked.
Yeah.
He was Dangerous Alliance. Rick Rude was hot, and it was really becoming something, and he was the shit.
Yeah. Remember when he got the theme song? That Simply Ravishing.
Yeah. One of the greatest.
Don't get us copyrighted.
Well, I think I butchered that. You sounded better than I did. Maeve,
Well, it's going to be my fault.
now, one of the hottest stars in this that's still going to this day. One of the most over people on the internet.
I want to slap the shit out of you so bad right now.
In the wrestling community. Dude, but you can't deny he gets views. Who would have thought?
Because they like just putting on the video so they can make fun of his bad suits.
Maven.
Ugh.
This is Maven's WrestleMania match where he gets to miss the fucking drop kick for the hardcore title.
The best part of that match was Al Snow and Teddy Long driving through that cart of thing of boxes with the fucking golf cart. That was the best part of the fucking match.
Hey, but you gotta give it up to me. Even though he hates wrestling now, or the WWE now, he was. I mean, he was one of my favorites in Tough Enough. He was the only true Tough Enough stand that actually got a shot on the main roster.
Wrong. You are definitely right on that.
He sucked.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Frizzy read about Rick Rude. Like he, because he was training for a comeback, and then unfortunately, he passed. But no, WrestleMania 18 was great. I mean, obviously I was there, but I remember being there that day. We spent the whole day in Canada. It was myself, one of my best friends, Kenny Lehman, and also my aunt, our Aunt Sharon, our grandfather, and one of Aunt Sharon's friends. And it was funny because, in the car on the way over there, or on the way to Canada, Kenny and I just kept talking about how we're really looking forward to WrestleMania. It's going to be great. We were just, giggling like a couple of schoolgirls that were getting ready to go watch WrestleMania for the first time live. And then when we get there, we basically get told by Aunt Sharon, I don't want to hear another thing about WrestleMania until the show starts. Because that's when Sharon took miserable bitch pills. Love you to death, though, Sharon. But it was just like,
were you done?
You can tell
16.
You can tell we don't do this podcast at her place anymore.
Yeah.
Doug's got bigger nuts. Just kidding.
But it's just like, we were just so excited. And it was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to, dude, you got to see Rock and Hogan.
That's how I felt at WrestleMania 40.
The leader of the lion shit was funny as fuck. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
You hear what my watch is saying?
And him and Kurt, so good.
That was hilarious.
But no, Rock and Hogan is like they say the thing. Oh, you watch it with the noise off. It's just a okay bad match. You're not supposed to watch wrestling with the noise off. The crowd made this fucking thing, and they were so behind Hogan, and it really did feel like when you talk about that big fight feel and that spectacle. And WrestleMania is all about spectacle. It's hard to get a big fight feel. To me, there's only a few matches that have truly done it, and this is one of them. This feels like a fucking big deal when they both step in the ring and they go at it. It feels like we're watching history. And
Doug was the only one that was rooting for Rock, right?
No, I was too.
Well, the only one in the building rooting for Rock. Yeah. Grandpa kind of was too. And he had his cane ready to hit people if they were going to disagree with him.
Well, did he want to hit everybody?
I think at one point he was thinking about it, yeah. But it was just like, I'm like, why the fuck are the people booing Rock? Like, Rock is supposed to be the baby face. And then you hear the stories about how Toronto is Bizarro World and
yeah, but I think more than just Toronto being crazy. Do you remember the promo ring where he buried Hugh Morris and Raven?
Austin did, yeah. I remember that because he beat up Taz right after that too.
Austin's hilarious. But
Toronto is Hogan country.
What were you saying
what?
before that? Come on.
About well, if you watch the show, you know.
I'm participating in it, but that comment.
I
help.
was talking about Canada being Bizarro World.
But yeah. So Canada, I think much less than that. I think it's more Hogan was home. Hogan came home to the WWE.
Right.
They didn't need Hollywood. Yeah, everyone loved that for what it was in the WCW era. We don't want that anymore. We want fucking Hogan, red, white, but like Hogan's back. And I think that's more what the feeling was than just Toronto being a crazy town. They wanted their Hulk Hogan back. And he was in the ring with The Rock, and it was a big deal, but it's Hulk Hogan, who kind of is the foundation of WrestleMania. And this is his last great match. Him and Vince is fun the next year, but this is his last fucking big fucking deal.
Yep.
He wins the title after this and shit. Of course he does. But still, him and Rock, like, this is his last awesome thing. And I loved it. I think it's a great match. And I agree with it's known for this match being great, and this Mania is known for this match needing to be the main event and not being it. This is the one, like this and WrestleMania 25 are the two where it's like, I get having the belt go on last, but this match should have been the match to go on last. And
Yeah,
I love
agree with that.
Jericho and I love Triple H, and I love that design of the undisputed title. That's my favorite belt design in the history of the business, and it didn't get its due. It only lasted a few years before Cena turned it into a fucking abomination spinner shit.
Hey, it's less longer
it sucks so bad. I hate the spinner belt. I hate that it replaced that belt. But yeah, I love that. I think that should have went on last, and I think everybody does. Jericho and Triple H did not have a good story. The whole Triple H, like Jericho says to this day, he's like, my idea was that I was fucking Stephanie. And Triple H finds out, and we have a blood feud over that. They turn that, and I'm Stephanie's bitch, and I'm her assistant, and I'm like picking up dog shit for her and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I mean, that's kind of on you for pitching wanting to fuck the boss's daughter, but that belt was nice. It's the one.
Oh, now it makes sense. If it was that way. I would not have believed that anyway.
Yeah, doesn't that kind of make sense though? When it's like that said it like that. The belt was nice. The one Brock had. Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, it was the one Brock had, and I love that belt. There's like, of course, I love the Winged Eagle and the Attitude Era when they clip the wings, and there's a lot of great. And even the one now is sharp looking, but that belt, I just thought it held prestige, especially for uniting the big gold belt and the.
What do you want to say, Eric?
No, I was gonna say, isn't it? There's only two people left on this card that are still active wrestlers, Edge and Chris Jericho.
Well, Christian wrestled on the card.
Oh, Christian, that's right.
Mm.
And he threw a
That's
tantrum.
right.
Yeah.
Which I remember whenever I go back and watch this, especially as a huge, WCW Monday Night War fan, it's just nice seeing DDP get a WrestleMania win.
Yeah.
He finally and it wasn't as the stalker or no bullshit. He got to win a WrestleMania match and just be DDP a little bit. Yeah, it was the stupid motivational shit still, but
Right.
he was just like he got to just diamond cutter somebody and win. And that I thought that was sick. And at WrestleMania, like we got DDP at WrestleMania once at least. That's enough for me.
Yeah. The Hardy Boys were also on that card too. They're still active.
Did we talk about RVD too? Because he still wrestles.
That, yeah, and he got one of the best pops of the night, obviously, because he was the first one to really come out at the beginning of the show. Un-Americans were not a thing yet. It would be a few months later.
And I agree that that's like an underrated thing, but they get shit on all the time because apparently they didn't want to be bad guys. That's what Pritchard and everybody said.
They didn't want. It's not that they didn't want to be bad guys. They didn't want to be
Anti-Americans.
Yeah.
But that was the group.
Exactly.
It's called the Un-Americans. You got to hate America. And I guess they didn't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they each lived 2 hours away from America. They all lived in Canada.
And that's why Vince L started fucking billing them from Georgia and Chicago. He's like, all right, you like America? You're from here now.
Yeah. You're from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Kurt Angle and Kane's a fun one on here that doesn't get talked about enough. And Undertaker and Flair. This is one of the ones before that, because it kind of starts with Batista and then he has a run. But before that, there's a couple gems along the way. And the Kane match we're getting closer, but it's more spectacle than actually a good match.
Right.
Him and Flair actually had decent chemistry, and Flair was able to. But you could tell when Flair talks about losing his confidence and finally getting it back around this time, you can tell.
Right.
Because I thought Flair worked a good match with him.
Well, and apparently Vince really wanted Undertaker to work with RVD at this WrestleMania.
Well, that probably would have been great too. But the fact that he had Ric Flair on the resume.
Yeah, he's like, no, I got to work with Flair because we don't know how many more times I'm going to be able to work with Flair.
Yeah. So I was glad. But RVD was super over, and William Regal's a great opponent.
Oh, yeah. And he got the Intercontinental title out of it, so there's no harm there.
And this was kind of the build for RVD, and he should have made it way before he did. And then when he does, he gets popped for weed. But, that's the way the business goes. Arn Anderson's spine buster in the Undertaker match was fucking awesome. It's one of the cleanest spine busters I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What did you think of Flair at this time? Like I was saying I thought he got his confidence back. When he talks about it, I believe him. Because I thought he was in 2003, 2004, he starts actually working good matches for an old dude again.
Yeah.
And he kind of
his Intercontinental title run was great in 05.
02, he's still a little kind of standoffish. And did he wrestle with the shirt on here?
No, he had the shirt off,
right?
Yeah.
So he was I thought he was still good in his older age. I think up until the Shawn Michaels, I'm sorry, I love you, Ric Flair, that career is a great career. That's enough for me. Anything after the fact, it's what are we doing? But I liked his shit as an older. Yes, it became the same match of Doug said, all he is a crotch and a chop, or a crotch grab and a chop. But him still being able to do that bump where he fucking flips over and just watching him still do that old as fuck is awesome.
Right.
And it's there was certain he was just so good still, in my opinion. So I didn't mind him. And I thought he was an all right babyface for Taker. He had one real good match. Oh, Taboo Tuesday, the cage, yeah.
Now he did Taboo Tuesday 2 years in a row in the cage. He had the one against Orton and he had the one against
Triple H.
Thank you.
The Triple H one was better.
Yeah.
But the Randy one was still fun. Yeah.
All right. Main event, I give a thumbs down. because it was the wrong main event. But I'm going to say, because I was there, I'm going to say it was a great WrestleMania.
I'm gonna go good.
I want to go good too.
There's a lot of filler on here. We didn't need Maven.
Hey, you
thought
forgot
it
about
was a good
Austin Hall.
good
You forgot about
WrestleMania.
Austin Hall and Stone Cold.
We left out Edge and Booker T too. But it's Scott Hall and Stone Cold. Stone Cold was not happy around this time, and you can tell. He was getting pissed off with the creative, and he's like, and even though there's been reports like he didn't want the Hulk Hogan match, and then now he's like, no, I wanted the Hulk Hogan. So that there's like conflicting things on that. But you could have had something. I wish Kevin could have gone, and you could go. I know Scott Hall was probably the better match. But to me, Big Daddy Cool and Austin is more marketable. That's fine, Eric.
All right.
We'll go to 20. But, yeah, I think him and Scott – did he take a hell of a stunner? Absolutely.
Yeah. he took some great stunners.
Yeah, he was like on Rock's
He
level.
took like 9 of them.
And he didn't like oversell him either. He just took
I
him.
think he did oversell him a little bit.
Yeah.
He did, but not like Rock fucking pulling a Dolph Ziggler and flopping all over the fucking building. Like he just did like a straight bounce and a flop, which is like a good reaction to
Yeah.
it.
I mean, that's like the best. Billy Gunn, he always took a good stunner too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but The Rock created the super stunner though.
Yeah.
That's what The Rock
No,
said.
I love Rock's taking of the stunner. It is iconic, but I'm just saying it's a little on the nose and over the top because he's fucking like boom. I love him doing the backflips and shit. But still, it's like, all right, I don't know. All he did was crank your head like this a little bit, you know. This is a good WrestleMania for me, not great.
Yeah, I
Did
said
Eric
good too.
Clinical? You said good.
Yep.
All right.
19.
WrestleMania 19, 54,000, Seattle, Washington at Safeco Field.
Safeco.
Safeco.
Cybernetico Field.
It's T-Mobile Park now. I think this one's known for Brock botching the shooting star.
Yeah.
And also Rock and Stone Cold's last go-around. But
Yep.
you infamously think this one's kind of shitty. And I've
Yeah,
never really agreed on it. I always kind of like this one.
I think Kenneth had to pee. There were some things I liked.
Yeah.
I liked Hogan and Vince. I mean, mainly because Roddy Piper came back. To me, the show was ruined because Triple H refused to put Booker over.
That was crazy.
Had to pee?
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
I'll blame it on Eric's Wi-Fi.
Do you think it's bullshit that Booker T didn't beat Triple H?
Yes.
Because Doug
Yes.
thinks that kind of ruined the whole event.
Yes, it did.
That was Booker T's moment.
I would say
Especially with
ruined-
the build-up of you're not good enough and shit.
I
Like they
think
were,
this is like the beginning of Triple H's reign of terror. So, of course. Cool.
yeah, I think most people did because that would have made Booker.
Yeah.
And Booker was already like he became the shit through hard work and shit after this and great stuff. And a lot of his undercard stuff is amazing.
Right.
But he eventually got to the world title. But this was the time to put the belt on him and make him like a star right there for him. Because I mean, and he had already won that version of the title in WCW. But that was the Triple H did not need to win that match.
Yeah. He was rubbing something. I don't know if it was his hands. Anyway.
I will say Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho had a classic.
Oh, that match was great.
I fucking love that
That
match.
was
Like when
fantastic.
people talk about their feud in 08, and that is all great shit too. But this is like the precursor to that.
Yeah.
And this was like I loved him talk, and you would always say it when I was a kid. Jericho would be like my childhood hero, Shawn Michaels, and you're like, he's like 3 years older than you.
Yeah. Sean was born in 65. 95. So in 91 or 91 or 90 when Jericho started, because Jericho started at like 19.
Yeah.
So I think
90,
like
I think.
19 years old.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
when he, it's okay. I still love you, even though you give me gas. So he was like 5-6 years older, I think, than him at the time.
No, it's not as bad as when R-Truth does it with Cena because he's older than Cena.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think this has quite a few good shit. The Undertaker match is bad.
Right. Would have been even worse if they actually would have put Nathan Jones in it.
Ray and Matt was an all right opener.
Yeah.
Hogan and Mr. McMahon's a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it.
I do think I know because I said 15's the weakest. Don't you think 19's the weakest, or is that a wrong thought from me?
Nah, I thought 19 was pretty weak.
Yeah. I like 19 because heel Rock was fucking killer bit. Hollywood Rock was the tits.
Yeah.
And I love Final Boss Rock too. I like a heel Rock. And he was really, and him wearing the vest and shit. I thought they had a really good match for Stone Cold's last match. I like how Rock still respected him at the end, like gave him a little hug on the ground and then let him have his moment. I everything about that match, I think it's a good goodbye. I understand why he wanted to come back and do the thing with Kevin Owens, but if he couldn't, this is a good one to hang your hat on for me.
Right. Well, I mean, he also was just like, because he almost had the heart attack the night before, he didn't feel like he gave Rock his best.
Yeah. I thought it was good. It was enough for me. And I understand why he didn't want to come back like a year later and wrestle the coach.
Well,
Remember when they tried to get him to do that for one of the Taboo Tuesdays?
Well, yeah, because they
He's
wanted
like,
him to
"Fuck
lose.
that."
They're like, yeah, you're going to lose to Coach. He goes, oh, I cut my balls shaving. I can't make it. Austin felt like he was having a heart attack because he
didn't have one.
He didn't have one, but he went to the hospital thinking he was having one.
Well, and tell you the truth, Austin and Rock was supposed to main event this WrestleMania. The original plans was to have Austin and Rock main event WrestleMania 19.
Yeah, and then Austin felt like he wasn't going to give his best, so they gave it to Kurt and Brock instead.
Which they were trying to make Brock the man. That kind of was the way to go.
Yeah.
And it's the only one that Undisputed Belt got.
Yeah.
It's the only main event it got to have. So I enjoy.
Don't get me started on Deborah.
Yeah.
Deborah.
Austin's well, his ex-wife now, but his wife, I think, at the time. I still think that Steve Mongo McMichael, her first husband, I still think his mother secretly hated him. That's why, because she's the one that introduced him to Deborah.
The main event, I'm going to give a thumbs up. Because I do think,
same thing.
Yes, Brock botched the shooting star, but those two worked their asses off. Kurt was already hurt, and Brock got hurt, and they still finished the fucking match. Both of them had broken necks by the end of it, and they both fucking figured it out. That hard work, determination, and two of the fucking say what you want about Brock being lazy, he fucking gave it his all.
Oh, absolutely.
And Kurt was trying to make him too. So, huge thumbs up. I don't know.
She's still doing conventions. I know that.
The puppies are still out there. All right.
I would say this pay-per-view is good.
I'm going to go good too.
I'm gonna say okay.
Okay.
I'll say good.
All right, on to our main event.
20.
God bless. We're going to try on Friday to get to 40. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we got to hurry up so the shorts can generate, and Eric's got to pee.
Yeah, I actually do.
One of my now this one's a controversial one. Back to Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
back to Madison Square Garden. We have 20,000 in attendance in New York City, baby. This is the Raw and SmackDown brand split. And this is one that gets very controversial because of the main event and because of who wins the title and has his big moment.
I mean, it wasn't controversial at the time. It didn't become controversial until he got tired of having a family.
Yeah.
But at the time, everybody was okay with it.
Except for Kevin Nash. He called him a vanilla midget. See, Nash was always on the forethought. He always knew it.
Yeah, Nash knew. He's just like, hey, I told you he was going to kill the business. Business.
Don't make a joke out of it. Let me save you.
Never mind.
Let me save you.
Yeah, I was getting ready to. I was like, what?
I knew there was something after. It's like, no, let's just stop.
They're like,
it.
no.
I was like, yeah, you just opened the door to so many possibilities right there. It was like, oh wow.
And I was about ready to slam it right on my testicles.
This WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, this was the controversial with Goldberg and Brock too.
Brock, yes, because they were both leaving and the crowd knew it.
Nobody gave a shit.
Well, they gave a shit.
Or no, they
they
gave a
fucking
shit,
were
but the
pissed.
crowds did.
The crowd gave a shit.
You
They
can't be
were
doing
mad
that in
they
New
were
York.
leaving. They were booing the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
They were booing them out of the because they're like, we know through the because this is like the era of the smart fan. Everyone knows what's going on now.
Yeah.
And they know that Goldberg and Brock are both leaving after this match. And they both think both of them were dicks for it. So they gave them everything they fucking had. And by the end of it, wasn't Goldberg flipping off the crowd and shit? Brock was.
Yeah. I don't remember if Goldberg did or not.
They were fucking pissed, dude. Those two were in there
Especially
like,
in New
what do
York.
we do? Yeah, because Goldberg was supposed to be the babyface, but he was getting just as fucking booed. They shit on the whole match. Oh, good riddance to Goldberg. Never liked him.
And even Austin was pissed.
Yeah, Austin's like, what the fuck am I involved in here? But WrestleMania 20 is one of my favorites. I think top to bottom, you have one of the most star-studded. This showed how great of a roster Ruthless Aggression was.
Oh,
I love
Because
it.
you have like Rock,
WrestleMania too.
like one match, even though the match is just kind of okay, one match involves Batista, Randy Orton, Ric Flair on one side against The Rock and Mick Foley. That is a
Rock
Hall
and
of Fame
Sock.
match.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Fame match right there. That is that's a first ballot. That is fucking amazing. And I like that match too, even though Rock and Foley lost, and that was kind of sad. But RVD and Booker T winning the tag was dope. Christian and Jericho this was the most over Christian ever got in the WWE.
Oh, absolutely.
This was like the biggest push when Trish turned on. I was fucking heartbroken as a kid because I love Trish.
Oh, so was I.
Yeah.
I was just like, that fucking bitch.
Because I was and she's so good. And Trish was I always say Trish is a better heel than she is babyface. And the way she just
I think this is probably one of my favorite Trish Stratus heel turns of all time.
so good. The
At
smack
the when I first watched it live, I was heartbroken. But when I go and rewatch it, I said that's the sexiest Trish Stratus ever looked. But she turned on Chris Jericho.
Yeah, she was a bad one, bitch. She was
Bad little bitch. She a devil.
all right, Doja. But she was like evil in that. The look on her face, and she really committed to the heel turn. And then her making out with Christian, like Dom and Liv kind of stole their shit at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
But that was like a huge like fuck you crit. Like I loved that storyline as a kid, and I thought like that's good soap opera storytelling at its best for WWE. And it made Christian look like $1 million. Did fucking asshole heel. Gotta go, folks. Enjoyed the show. I'm glad. Glad you were entertained, brother. Thanks for joining us.
We'll be back on Wednesday or on Friday to do 20 through 42. Or
21 through 41.
Hopefully.
We're gonna try. We did good.
We're going to give it the old clown. I can't
You're doing
talk.
it first day with your new tongue, huh?
Yeah.
No, top to bottom, I enjoyed this fucking card a lot. Eddie and Kurt is that or Ricky and Macho is. There's nothing that's been better than those two. Cody and Roman's my favorite main event, but those two matches cannot be beaten in the pantheon of WrestleMania history. Kurt and Eddie and the psychology and the fact that Eddie was smart enough to be working on the boot the whole time. Kurt's working on the ankle, and Eddie slowly like untying and loosening the boot for that finish to have Kurt come off the ankle lock with the boot and Eddie do the roll up for that is a perfect finish. It's a perfectly wrestled match. Like we said, Eddie had the weakest match on 17. He had the best match here. And it was a best story in the match, like psychology, everything. Like that is one you have to watch. If you have not seen that, you have to watch it or you're not a real wrestling fan.
Right.
That is a WrestleMania match that needs to be seen. And Benoit getting the moment at the end is awesome. You know, if you followed his career early on and you were like into him too, he had a babyface like underdog thing going, and you were happy to see him win. But seeing Eddie like cheat his way to win when that was his whole like he's the only babyface that can cheat, you still love him.
Right.
And it worked here. Him and Kurt was fantastic.
Great match. I'm going to be kind of controversial here and say thumbs up for main event.
And how about the evening gown? Sable and
that was funny because afterwards when JR was just like, or when King was just like, that was a slobber knocker, wasn't it, JR? They provided the slobber, or I provided the slobber, they provided the knockers.
That's hilarious. I thought the Cruiserweight Open was a cool idea.
He said that, all right? Don't gasp at me. The guy actually said it, okay? I'm quoting.
He's quoting. The Cruiserweight
Some
Open.
things are not meant to be quoted, Dave. I mean,
yeah.
Doug.
Yeah, Doug. The Cruiserweight Open was a cool idea.
Yeah.
And I like seeing that. And we can't forget, this is John Cena's moment where they kind of decide he's going to be the guy.
Oh, absolutely.
Him being able to lift Big Show like that, and it was like a Hulk Hogan like moment. The crowd was so fucking into him there. Like seeing all these like Cena matches where it's like split crowds. You go back and watch that, like he's the most over guy in the building.
Right.
Everyone loved him. That was a hot opener. And he cheated and they loved him too so that defeats my last point. But he was fucking, that was Cena's coming out party. And then you get the fucking perfect ending and a great main event. And Shawn Michaels, yes, he forced his way into it, but it was such a good story with Triple H. And you thought he might actually get it. No one thought that Benoit, after winning the Rumble, was going to be able to win the big one and that they were going to trust him with the belt. No one thought Vince was ever going to trust him. And I'm talking in terms of wrestling. I understand if people want to tune out and aren't into, but I'm just talking about the entertainment on the television. His storyline character, people wanted to see him win, and him tapping out. You talk about the Triple H reign of terror, and I think it gets talked about way worse now because people have to like look past and forget this, that he gave a guy a moment like that.
Right.
Because he gave it to a guy that ended up, doing some evil shit. But he did the whole reign of terror, everything you want to say about it. In this moment, he tapped out in the middle of the ring to make somebody else look great. So Triple H was very selfless in that moment, no matter what anyone wants to say.
Right, exactly.
Thumbs up, and I'll give this a great shot. Great.
Yeah, thumbs up and great from me.
Thumbs up and great.
Thumb it. Grade it. All right, Doug, you don't have to plug the cartoon show yet, right?
Well, we do have one that drops tomorrow.
All right, what is it?
Animated Showdown, episode 33. The main event is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, taking on Sonic Sat AM. We're also going to see Lucas the Spider versus Dora the Explorer. Claymore takes on Black Butler in our anime battle. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy versus Phineas and Ferb. And the Battle of Hanna-Barbera as Space Ghost takes on Hong Kong Phooey.
All right. Clenneth, you're going to be on Friday?
Yeah, I'll be on Friday.
Thank God.
All right, everybody. 20 to 41. We're going to see everybody on Friday. WrestleMania through the years. Thanks for joining us. Another great show.
Short it up, Eric.
Short it up, Eric.
And Dennis, you good for tomorrow?
We'll see, brother. With working and stuff, doing a show every day is kind of crazy.
No, I know.
I'll see what I can
like
do.
10, 12 shows this week.
No, you're a workhorse. I love the dedication. I don't know if I can give the same though. But we'll see.
It's not. Don't worry.
I'll keep you updated tomorrow. It depends on how it goes.
Yep.
I know where.
Yeah, even Thursday if you want to.
All right. I'll see you, brother.
Later.
Later, guys. They're kind of